Good morning, y'all. It's Lippy. Okay. Mo, my little helper, is now outside. So you and I can get this party started with all these potatoes. But I thought that this would be a great video sharing how I do potatoes. I think I told y'all a few weeks ago I'd got a hold of 50 pounds and then I had another 20 pounds. Well, I canned a lot, but that's not just what I do with potatoes. I also make French fries and I also make diced potatoes. Let me show y'all. About that size. And that's what I use for potato soup, hash browns. I make a hash brown casserole sometimes if we have something on the grill. And by preparing them early, when I get ready to use them, I'm not sitting there peeling potatoes, cutting potatoes, and all of that. I'm just cutting all the steps out except straight to cooking for whatever recipe that I'm going to use them for. So I didn't want to bore you with the peeling. So what I'm going to do is while my water is boiling, okay, that's all I've got going right here is some boiling water. I'm going to give you a few clips throughout this morning as we were preparing these potatoes, just little snidbits, and maybe a little conversation or two of me and Mo, because Mo helped peel potatoes. So I'm going to let you enjoy that while I bring my water up to boil. And the first thing we're going to work on is the French fries first. Okay? This is easy peasy, and if you got a lot of potatoes, try this method. Or you already may know how to do it. So enjoy these little clips while I get my water going. Then I'm going to move y'all over to the stove.
So now I know how to peel potatoes.
Yep.
So when I say, Mom, can I peel a potato? She might say no. But I'm going to tell Mom, no, Mommy, please let me. Because me and Mama did this with, so I know how to do it.
That's correct.
And we also need rain for that hole to get rock concrete.
Oh, where we pulled that tree out?
No. Where that hole is by the big fire pit that Papa started.
Oh, that hole, yeah.
What do you mean?
I had to think about which hole you was talking about.
Yeah. And that looks like a banana.
It looks like a banana?
Yeah.
But we're going to make French fries out of it, aren't we?
Yeah. It's going to be a banana French fry.
Yep.
Is there enough? Oh, I'm picking this big boy.
You picking that big boy?
Yeah.
All right. We almost done peeling where we can wash all this up and get them washed, all these potatoes. Do it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get all of this over here because Mama's got to clean all of this counter up. Okay?
Okay. Hi, YouTube. Hey, they look like little baby French fries.
What we're going to do
Is make French fries
we're going to make French fries,
and potatoes.
and then we're going to make diced potatoes.
Then corn on the cob.
You and that corn on the cob. Okay, here's my large pot of diced potatoes. And you saw me use my little chopper. I love that chopper. Here is my French fries. I just drained them from the water and they're sitting over in this pot. This is what we're going to work on first. We have our water coming up to boil. You're going to need your ice bath, and I mean a heavy ice bath. Then we're going to need a drying station. And then we're going to have some lined cookie sheets, and this is just parchment paper. Now I'm going to do these in batches. We have the water boiling, And we're actually going to blanch these about 2 minutes. And then immediately put them in an ice bath. Okay, we're going to let these boil for 2 minutes. Okay, I let them go about 3.5 minutes. Because my water wasn't at that boil state. Now, let me move y'all over because I want y'all to see this. I'm just scooping the potatoes out, draining them, and putting them into an ice bath. We got to stop the cooking process. And this is what's going to maintain these potatoes in the freezer. No different than if you went to the store and purchased French fries, hash browns, all that frozen stuff. Only you're doing it at a fraction of the cost and you're controlling it. Okay, what I've got here, let me show you on this side. I've got a drying mat, and then I just have some paper napkins. I've got stacks of these. After the holidays, you can get them at the dollar stores, Walmart for like 25 cents. And then I have like a tea towel. Because what we've got to do is we've got to lay these out and get them dry. You want to pat them dry. Now, let me say this. If you do not have a lot of freezer space, you would have to do this in smaller batches. I happen to have freezer space that I can set cookie sheets in. It's really easy, y'all. You saw that, just basically blanching. Now I'm going to take a clean cloth and I'm just going to press and get them as dry as I can. Okay, we're going to lay them on some parchment paper, and you want to lay them side by side. You don't want them touching, because these are going to go in the freezer 5 to 6 hours. We are flash freezing. And then when that process is done, then I will store them in a freezer bag with some paper towel, but I'll show you. And then when I need French fries or the diced potatoes, I can reach in those bags because they will all be separated. And I can grab the amount that I'm going to need of, if I, like I said, if I wanted the French fries, the hash browns. But you have to do these in single layers to achieve that. But I'm going to show you, I also pre-season my fries. There's 2 flavors that we all love. Now, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to take advantage of these potatoes while they are damp, if you will. Now, we use swamp mix and we use garlic salt. Not together. So this layer here is going to be swamp mix. It's just a Cajun seasoning. Like I said, you don't have to season yours at all. But on our French fries, that's how we like them. And it doesn't have to be heavy because you're going to season them again with whatever when they come out of the freezer. Now, we're going to just repeat this process. Okay, now we're going to season this with garlic salt. And you'll be able to tell because this has a little bit of parsley flakes. And then I will do some unseasoned. Okay, this is ready for the freezer. I have 2 layers of the garlic salt, 2 layers of the swamp mix, and 2 layers of just plain fries, no seasoning. Going in the freezer 5 to 6 hours. So I'll go get those in there and then we'll move to the diced ones. That tray's in the freezer, so now I'm bringing my water back up to a boil for the diced. Now we're going in with our diced. Okay, we're going to let these go. Same as the fries, 2 to 3 minutes. Some of them are small. I may cut it off at the 2-minute mark. Into the ice bath. Okay, we're just repeating the process. Now these you can get more on because they're so small. And then here's the rest. So we'll see. And I looked and I actually did 15 pounds. So you see we got 6 rows of French fries. And I don't know how many rows of this diced potato we're going to get. See how quick these go? Because it's easy to spread them out. Good morning, y'all. Yes, it's the next morning. Y'all, it took 6 hours because I kind of stacked them high so I could get away with 2 cookie sheets. What was there? 6 of the fries, as in layers. 4, I think, of the diced potatoes. It took a little while. So I went ahead and finished them last night, but y'all haven't missed anything. All I did was put them in the freezer. So now I'm going to show you how I packaged them and how many we got on 15 pounds of potatoes. Now, there was a couple of potatoes, yeah, they had to go in the trash. So I'm still going to say 15 because that's what we started with. But really and truly, I would almost guess 13 pounds as far as what I actually peeled and cut up and prepared. So I'm going to drop the camera. I'm going to show you. Well, I can leave it upright. You may get a better visual. But I'm going to get them out of the freezer. I left them in the house freezer so I could finish this video. Guys, if you've never tried this method before, give it a try. I got them all stacked. Now, let's start with the diced. I ended up with 3 gallons. I'm just going to show y'all. See, I've got 3 gallons. And they're all individual by doing it like that, making sure they don't touch. Now, I had a couple of them that stacked. It's not a big deal. They just broke apart. But I take a piece of paper towel and fold it. And I put it on one side of the bag. What that does is that keeps the ice crystals from forming, okay? And then, of course, I got the air out very well. And we ended up with 3 gallons of beautiful diced potatoes. That is halfway cooked by doing what we did, the blanching method, okay? So, I'm ready to go for casseroles, potato soup, vegetable soup. I'm ready. Now, the garlic fries. I ended up with 1 gallon of garlic fries. There again, I folded a piece of paper towel. I do this paper towel even with my bell peppers, onions, all of that. So I got a gallon of garlic fries, a gallon of Cajun fries. See how they turned out? There's my paper towel. And not quite a gallon of regular fries. So today I'm going to go ahead and do some more. I'll finish adding to this bag. And this is the beauty of this. If I wanted to do some Cajun fries, I could finish filling this bag up if I wanted to. And I reuse these bags if I'm going to do more fries or potatoes. I just wipe them out. That's what I do. And I fold them up and I put them back in the freezer. I don't store them in a shelf if I know I'm fixing to do another round fairly soon. Within, say, 4 to 6 months. And that's what I call soon. I pull that bag out as long as it's not damaged and it's a good quality bag. Okay? So, I will be adding to regular fries. Because I use these in the oven or I fry them on the stove. You know, you don't always have to have seasoning. So, what do I have? 1, 2, 3. I have 6 gallons of various potatoes. I would say not so bad. But remember, I'm going to go on 15 pounds. But really, this is more like 13. Now, let me go ahead and say this. In your bags of potatoes, and I'll just pull this out. Try and save your large potatoes. See how easy that came out? For French fries. Take your smaller ones and use them as your diced potatoes. That way you have a good French fry. I don't think I mentioned that in the previous clips, but I try to reserve all my large ones for fries. So all I got to do is get these back in the freezer, start my day, and it's going to be a day. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And as Mo would say, but he's outside with Pawpaw. Bye, YouTube.